Hey guys, Matthew here, welcome to today's video. So in today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about the whole process from, taking someone who's a complete stranger to then converting them into a high paying client with us, and exactly how we're going to do that. So if you're an agency owner, consultant, coach, digital marketer, then I'm hoping that this video is really going to kind of help you out and really show you maybe where you're going wrong in terms of client onboarding, client attraction, those types of things. Because it's not just you, it was me as well. I was having a problem with this when I first started, and it's because I didn't have these things in place. I wasn't niche focused. I'll be honest, I did have effective messaging, but maybe the positioning and the trust wasn't there, and my sales conversion rates were quite low because of that. So what I've noticed is when I speak to a lot of agency owners or digital marketers, what they want to do is they want to rush out there and generate new leads, very, very quickly. They want to go out there, start hitting LinkedIn, let's do email and let's do this and that. And they might generate leads, which is what I've done. I generated leads quite quickly. I was able to generate sales calls, all those types of things. But what was happening was this, and this might resonate with you guys. I was basically going a mile long and just an inch down, instead of going an inch long and a mile down. So what I mean by that is I was trying to go after everyone in all these different niches, and I was running around like a headless chicken really, and I wasn't getting any traction when it came to client conversions. For sure I was getting some sales, right? We're always going to get some sales, but I wasn't getting an abundance of sales. I wasn't position myself as the number one go-to person, if you like, as opposed to just an option out there. I was getting the leads in, and I was maybe taking a prospect to kind of this stage of the sales funnel, but they needed to go a hell of a lot further before they were going to close, right? And that's where I kind of fell off, and that was quite a long time ago. That was probably about 18 months, maybe 2 years ago now. But those are a lot of the reasons why a lot of agencies or a lot of digital marketers, they're just not able to get the traction that they need. And one of the questions they always have for me is, how many leads am I going to generate from this campaign, and how many clients can I close? And it's like, well, let's take a step back here. Who's the niche? Who are we serving? And often they're like, well, everyone. I'm a digital marketer. I'll just go after everyone. And it's like, well, that's maybe where you're falling off, because that's definitely where I fell off. So it's like we need to bring it back a step. Often when I speak to agencies or digital marketers, they've got some really great case studies in different niches. So let's pick one to start with. You're not going to narrow your audience by doing this. Well, I mean, technically you are, but you're really going to increase your sales conversion. So instead of going after everyone and getting 1 or 2 sales a month, something like that, let's pick a select group of people. If we use our effective messaging, which we definitely will, because we'll put that system in place for you, then we're going to be having great conversations with the right types of decision makers, right? But the positioning and the trust is going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to closing the sale. So, the niche and the effective messaging, that's going to get us to here. It's going to get us, it's going to get us phone calls, but it's not going to get us clients. It's not going to get us clients in abundance. For sure, there's 1 or 2 clients in here that might close, that are just relatively easy buyers. You get those types of things, but we're not going to convince a lot, really 90% of the people that they're worth spending money on us, if that makes sense. So the key thing is to have a niche, which if you haven't got one right now, if you've worked in quite a few and you can't niche down and things like that, then look, that's something that we can help you do. We've helped other agencies and other marketers do that. We can have a look at your results and those types of things. That's not a problem. But understanding that these 4 things have to be in place in order for a client to close. If step 1's missing, then step 2, 3, and 4 are just irrelevant. Again, a very, very small amount of people will close, and you've probably experienced this. But, we need step 1 to be there. And then the offer's really going to dialed in. So once we've got the niche and we've got the effective messages, then obviously we can then position ourselves, we can build the trust, and we can become very, very attractive to that client. We can become the go-to person in the space, as opposed to just an option, which a lot of us maybe were or still are, or things like that. So that's really obviously going to help increase our sales conversions big time. So once we've got those things in place, we can then go for the close. And really the positioning and the trust is just, that's going to build, our conversion rate is really, really high. So that's really going to close the sales. I mean, if you're brand new to sales and you haven't really gone out there and got new clients and you've really relied on your referral network and those types of things, then look, for sure we can definitely help, close some sales for you. There's definitely techniques and things like that we can help you with. But this is going to do most of the selling for you. So we need to build the trust, we need to position ourselves, and look, there's different ways we can do that. Obviously we can send over, white papers and testimonials and those types of things, but there's a few other things that we can use that are going to position ourselves maybe a little bit better than that. So these are obviously the 4 steps that I really just want to talk about. As I said, when I start working with someone, they want to rush out and, just generate leads, but they don't understand that these other things have to be in place. I can work with you and we can generate all the leads that we want, but unless these leads are closing into clients, then it's going to be pointless, right? There's not going to be any value. I'm not going to be delivering you guys any value. So I don't want to do that. I want to help you bring in new clients very, very quickly. And to be honest, what I'm looking to do with my clients, if I'm out there prospecting and I've used my effective messaging and somebody's interested, then really I'm looking to take them from a lead or a prospect into a client in 5 days or less. That's the kind of sales cycle that we want. We don't want to start playing email tennis for like 4 weeks and catching up and this and that. We don't want that, okay? We want to take them from prospect to close in 5 days. And obviously, look, not everybody's going to close, but at least we know where we stand, right? There's a lot of sales calls. I think it's like 95% of sales calls. They don't end in a yes, but then they don't end in a no either. So it's like, you're hanging around the prospects on the fence. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Can you send me over a proposal? Can you do this? Can you do that? And look, for sure, we should have some template proposals that we can send because some people do want that. But really, at the end of the day, what that is really code for is, I'm not that interested, or you haven't really convinced me that what you've got is valuable. So that is going to be, a crucial part, and this is what I'm going to help you guys do as well. So if this is, of interest, then we're going to put the system in place and show you how to take the prospect and really turn them into a client in 5 days or less. And sometimes what I get this question about positioning and trust if we're doing outreach, if we're doing outbound prospecting. So, because we've gone to them essentially as a client coming to us, they don't understand that we can still position ourselves very, very effectively. So step one might be, obviously step one's picking the niche, and once we've got the offer, we can use the effective messaging to get on the phone with prospects. So this is only, step one might be a 15-minute sales call. It's just a discovery call really at that point. But then after that, we've got the ability to build some trust and credibility and authority before that next sales call, which is typically, going to be 5 days later or something. So that's where we can send additional information if required. I mean, look, to be honest, there's been a lot of situations where I've closed sales on this 15-minute call and they've got in, they've turned into clients straight away. It's not always the case. Typically we'll start off with a 15-minute call. Obviously, if they're a really good fit, then we can can make an offer to these people. But if you're worried about the positioning, if you don't want to close and you don't want to be seen as a hard salesman, which I suggest you don't, because it doesn't really work that well, then we want to position ourselves and want to build the trust over that period of time. So over, day one, we're speaking to them. And then day 2, 3, 4, maybe they're getting some emails from us, maybe they get some content, who knows. And then day 5, we then want to close them into a client. So I just wanted to make this video, let you guys know really what has to be in place in order to go and get new clients. And then we can really have a discussion about, what's expected. Most of our clients will generate between 5 to 7 highly qualified leads per week. And then we'll run this system for them. So then they'll be getting, the emails. We'll be building the trust and those types of things. And we'll make sure that you're going to be closing sales because, that's going to be the main thing here. So this is the system that we run. And as I said, as opposed to going down really the generalist road, you're going to have a lot more joy, believe me, going down the niche road, because you're just going to find it's a lot easier for you. So look, I just wanted to make this video for that case, just show you really what's required, the system in place to go and close new clients. It's not just about generating the lead. If you just want to generate leads, I can do that for sure. But you're not going to find the value there. You're not going to get really what's required to go and then close the sales. So I wanted to let you know, I just wanted to make this video to kind of show you guys that, and maybe show you where you've gone wrong if you've gone down a similar road that I started with to begin with. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you found some value from that. If you got any questions, let me know.